I am Simran from the customer success team here at Recruiterflow, and I would like to welcome you all to today's webinar. I would like to thank each one of you for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We are here to discuss some of the most significant features that were launched over the last few months and are most loved by our users. These features will not only help you automate your workflow, but also increase your productivity. With that said, let me quickly share my screen and walk you through some of these features. Very frequently, our users would reach out to us and suggest that we have a way where they can choose to hide some of the candidates' information while submitting them to the clients. And we understand that this is a very important part of a recruiter's workflow. Hence, we had some major updates on the client portal, public profile link, and we also released the feature known as resume formatting to ensure that the candidate's personal details are kept confidential and that our users do not have to use multiple tools to format the candidate's resume before the submittals. To set this up, all you have to do is go to settings and then go to CRM settings. You can decide which fields you want to hide from the client portal and which fields would you like to hide from the public profile link. Now, let's say you want to hide the email address, phone number, current title, current company, and experience from the client portal. You can set it up here. And now, if I go to log into Recruiterflow as a client, I can no longer see those details. Additionally, on the client portal, the client has an option to give a thumbs up or give a thumbs down to the candidate. And if I go back to Recruiterflow as a user, you can decide that if the contact gives a thumbs up to a candidate, the candidate should move to this stage. And if the contact gives a thumbs down to the candidate should move to this stage. And in case you select disqualified here, the candidate, you can also select the disqualification reason, and the candidate would automatically move to the disqualified stage for this reason if the client gives a thumbs down. Moving on, the resume formatting feature that users to create customized resume template that they can use to format their candidate resumes quickly and easily. To set this up, all you have to do is go to settings and then go to document settings, and you can create your template from here. You can decide if you'd like to add a header and a footer, and you can also add images here. Additionally, you can just drag and drop these, the text block like this, the experience and the education. And you can also add your company's name here, so it appears as a watermark at the background. Now, you can decide if you'd like this to act as a cover letter or the formatted resume. And if you would like that the original resume should also be present in the formatted one, then you can just enable this right here and select any fields that you would like to redact. Now, if you go to a candidate's profile and go to the file section, you can generate the formatted resume from here. So just select the template that you just created. And the formatted resume is ready, and you can share it with your clients for submission. With that said, we are very excited about the possibility of generative artificial intelligence and what it can do for recruiting. And this is naturally super popular without us ever announcing it. I am to our integration with ChatGPT to generate the job descriptions under jobs and for your email campaigns. In the last few weeks, more than 15% of the job descriptions created on Recruiterflow were created automatically by ChatGPT. To access this feature, On the job and to generate a job description, all you have to do is go to the job setup page and click this purple one right here. And then you can fill up the relevant skills, job name, and click on generate job description. And ChatGPT would automatically generate the job description for you. Similarly, I can also create a campaign email. If I go to the campaign and create a campaign like this, I can add a step to my campaign, an email step, and fill these details, and it would generate an email based on these details for me. Moving on to one of the key features that we have here on Recruiterflow, and you guessed it right, I am to the campaigns. Campaigns had a massive upgrade this year. This is one of the most asked for and awaited features by our users, and we are so excited to tell you that now you can create text campaigns on Recruiterflow. To set this up, all you have to do is go and create a new campaign from here, set the campaign name, select if it is a candidate or a contact campaign, and decide who's the sender. Once you set this up, you can add steps to the campaign and you would see a message option right here. If I select a template, a message template that you can create under settings, you can add it here. Similarly, I can also add email steps to the same campaign. I can manually create it from here or select a template that I already have. Once I add all my steps, I can then add recipients to it, and then the campaign's ready to go out. Moving on to another important release we had in the last few months, that is the job templates. A lot of our users told us that most of their jobs have the same format for the job description and that their application form had the same set of questions on each job. Hence, they would like to set it as default rather than cloning the jobs over and over. And this made complete sense to us, and that is why we launched the job templates where you can set the default job template under the job settings. To set this up, all you have to do is go to settings and then go to job settings. You can edit the default job template from here. You can add the job description under the job setup, add relevant questions to your application form, and also set up the interview plan. And you can also create custom scorecards here and save it. Once you do that, and you go to the main jobs page, and you create a new job, you would see all of that information is already present in your job. With that said, we know that every runs its recruiting and sales process in its own unique way. To accommodate what's unique for each of our clients while keeping the simplicity and flow of Recruiter Tag, we introduce the custom activities. Now, you can create any kind of activities in the custom activities. You can log and measure them as well. Having a lunch or a coffee with a client to discuss the upcoming payment can now be a part of your recruitment process, and you can log it on the contacts profile. To set this up, all you have to do is go to settings and custom activities, where you can set up custom activities for candidates, jobs, contacts, company, and deals. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you do reach out to candidates via LinkedIn. All you have to do is click on new activity, select the relevant emoticon, and type the activity's name and save it. And then if you go to the candidate's profile, you can log the activity right here and save it. You can also go when you log this activity, it shows up on this on the activity section. And if you go to the reporting page and go to recruiting activities, you can also see those activities right here. This feature is currently only available for the scale and enterprise plan users, and you can reach out to our support team to enable it for you from the backend. Assigning the correct status to a contact or company profile can be very crucial. And earlier, our users had to reach out to us to customize the status options according to their workflow. And we realized that this can be a lot of back and forth and is not ideal for our users. Hence, we updated the CRM settings. And now you can customize the contact and client status right here on Recruiterflow. Once you add new contact and client status, you can go to the contacts profile like this and assign them the status from the dropdown. Last quarter, our advanced search had massive updates and releases. Our users can now search through jobs and deals on the advanced search. You can now search through jobs and add filters with and add filters for the job name, last activity, department status, company, who's the job recruiter, who's the account manager, when was the job creation or open date, and also any job custom fields that you might have. Similarly, we also launched deals, and you can search through deals from the advanced search via the close date of the deal, the owner, and the company of the deal. You can also search through any custom fields that you might have on the deal section. We added fuzzy search in the advanced search in the text search filter. This search helps in searching for keywords that may not be exactly matched but are close to the original word. In other words, finding keywords that don't need to be exact match. This will allow you to search through common spelling mistakes in the resume. An example could be that, let's say you search for the word developer and you also enabled files. Once you do that, the results it might give you might have the words that the results that it shows might have the words like development and developer in the resume. This is only possible if you have enabled fuzzy search right here. We very frequently got the request from our users that it would be great if there was a way to bulk delete tags from specific profiles rather than having to go to each profile to remove it. And we heard you. You can now remove tags in bulk from specific profiles, and to do this, all you have to do is apply the relevant filters, bulk select the candidates, and then you can remove the tag. Earlier, the only way to upload a candidate or a contact's profile picture on Recruiterflow was either via API or adding their profile from LinkedIn via the Chrome extension. And a lot of our users came back to us and said that it would be great if they would have a way to upload a picture directly on Recruiterflow. You can now upload profile pictures directly by going to the candidate's profile and clicking on the circle right here. If I click on the circle and click on upload, I can upload any picture that I have on my desktop. And then I can save it. Once I do, it would automatically show up here on the candidate's profile. The call will be automatically logged on Recruiterflow if you have integrated a Twilio or RingCentral number with Recruiterflow. This means that if the call rings, which means only if the call is connected to the receiver, the system will automatically log the call. However, the call has to be made from Recruiterflow. If while speaking on the call, you're writing notes on the call section here, the system automatically does not log the call to avoid any duplicates. Your data is one of your biggest assets, but the problem with data is that it gets very stale very fast. And that is why we rolled out the data refresh feature. Any profile with the social media information on Recruiterflow, we will be aggregating data so that your data stays fresh. This means that if anyone in your database changes a job, gets a promotion, or moves into a different city, you will know automatically. This means if there's a candidate who's worked as a customer success associate 5 years ago, and now you're hiring for a customer success manager, this candidate might be eligible. However, since the data on his profile on Recruiterflow is 5 years old, you would not be able to know if the candidate is currently working in the same position or if they have switched jobs. You can use our auto refresh in this case, which will keep your data updated. This feature has an additional cost, and you can reach out to our support team for any questions or further details regarding this feature. With Recruiterflow, you can now find email addresses for people who are your second and third degree connections. You can do this on LinkedIn with just one click using our email lookups. Recruiterflow lookups are one of the most accurate and cost-effective email finders, and we have partnered with multiple data partners globally. You can now get 100 email lookups for $20, and these credits never expire. You can buy these credits by going to settings and then going to the billing section. If you go to somebody's profile on LinkedIn and open the extension, you save the PDF and get their details. And if this person doesn't have an email, you can just click on Get Email, and the system will try to search the multiple databases to find the email. A credit is only deducted if we are able to find an email for this profile. Here, our users had to reach out to us to get billing invoices for their subscriptions. Now, you can do it directly on Recruiterflow. So earlier, our users would reach out to us, and then our billing team would send these invoices over an email. However, now if you go to settings and then you go to the billing section, you can now see the invoices right here and they can be downloaded.